Are you having a hard time with someone in your life that might be bullying you or treating you poorly or just passively aggressively doing things to you and you just can't quite approach them on it? We're going to talk about that right now on the Tune Up. Let me ask you if you're one of the people out there that are having trouble with someone in your life and you really do not know what to do about it. Somebody who's maybe causing you problems or talking behind your back or maybe treating you directly, very aggressive or almost bullying you. Sometimes this happens at work. Sometimes it happens when we're going to school, whether it's a college or a high school. Sometimes it even happens amongst our own family, close family and distant family. What do we do about this? Well, one of the things we have to really examine in ourselves is what are we doing possibly to create that behavior or that feedback loop coming back to us from that person? In other words, what are we doing to create the problem? Now, many of you are going to say, well, I'm not doing anything, Dr. Gary. They just constantly harass me and I do everything right. Well, most of the time we don't. Most of the time it can be right back to us in some way. However, many times it isn't. And those times that we have no control over it, those times that we really don't know what to do about it, that's what I want to talk about right now. In the world of neurolinguistic programming, NLP, which is the study of how language affects our behavior, all of this stuff starts with thinking. All of these things happen with a perception of the way we see other people. Sometimes people see you in one way and you see yourself in another way. This is how this gets started. The perception of another person looking at you can perceive you as weak or a predator or maybe prey. It doesn't matter. What you have to learn to do about it is understand what we talked about in our last tune-up, which was how do we project? Well, one step further than that, we have to understand that everywhere we go, somebody is watching us all the time. Now, we may not realize that, but think about yourself. You're in a store somewhere, you see somebody over there, and you kind of watch them for a moment, and whatever behavior they're putting out is what you input is kind of typing that person as that kind of a person, or that's how they act. Well, people do that with you too. They watch you, they type you, they classify you, and they profile you. That's right. It actually exists. People profile each other, and then they judge you. If you're walking without strength, if you're walking with your head over, slumped, passively, almost submissively, you're the prey for people who are aggressive. These people might at work and might see you as this person who's easy to pick on because you're not going to do anything about it. Now, I'm not saying you pick up a club and hit them over the head when they do this. What I am saying is get some strength, look them back in the eye, and just walk off. Some people say never make eye contact. I think the exact opposite is true. I think you look at them, you have zero reaction and walk away. Here's what's going to happen. First of all, understand the more you react, the more you feed their neurosis. The more you react in a negative way, the more you feed the desire for them to control and overtake someone else, which is you. What you want to learn to do is be strong. Stand up strong. Look at your posture. Look at your poise. Also listen to the voice that you have. Is it high and weak, or is it very strong and very firm? Focus on what you can do today to be stronger, healthier, and project an image that says, I'm strong, I can take care of myself. And when someone else seems to be picking on you, understand what they're doing is picking up on a weakness that you have. Now, we all have weaknesses. I have countless weaknesses, and I'm not going to advertise them. I'm going to build upon my virtues and manage my frailties. But so many people I see out there, whether it's in a store or I'm just observing people, are not capitalizing on their virtues. They're amplifying their frailties, which makes them a target for predatory individuals. Look at yourself in the mirror, videotape yourself, take a look at the way you talk and even listen to it, tape record yourself. Boy, that dates me, tape record. Use your phone, record yourself, and listen to how you sound. Do you sound weak? Do you sound submissive? Do Do you sound permissive? If you do, change that. Speak with a firmer voice, a calmer voice, a poised voice. Look at the way you walk. Videotape yourself. Nothing is more embarrassing than watching yourself on a videotape. What you're going to do is pick up some weak points, some frailties that you have. Learn how to stand up straight, sit straight, focus in the eyes of someone, and be that person they do not want to mess with. It's easier than you think, and these people can change, and you can change them by the way you are projecting yourself and the behaviors you put out. Most of the time, people treat us like we treat ourselves. If you're self-defacing, if you seem submissive and meek and shy, you're going to be prey to a predator. Learn how to work on those behaviors yourself, and you're going to find you're going to be strong. People will quit picking on you, and it'll be a subtle change. Then all of a sudden, one day you'll look back and say, wow, that doesn't happen to me anymore, because you developed your own character, you developed your own strength and your own poise. Let's play around with that and work on it. I guarantee you it'll work, because I've helped hundreds of people fix this problem. But they always think it's the other person, and it kind of is, but you have more control than you think. Until next time, this is Dr. Gary wishing you an extraordinary day. And thank you so much, all of you, for subscribing and hitting that notification bell. I really appreciate it. And again, work on this. You can do it. Until next time, bye-bye.